Okay, your turn. What have we got now?
Okay, right. I've got a long one here.
Okay.
I can't remember this one. But I picked it.
Okay.
Right. I think this is the highest rated story that I could find
Right.
on Reddit. Scary story, right? It's the highest rated.
Okay.
And this won like an award.
Oh, wow. Well, this is the one we've been waiting for then.
This is probably the best scary story
We've been saving it.
that anyone's ever written, okay?
Okay.
And this is by Blue Tidal, okay?
Okay.
And it's called The Smiling Man. The Smiling... Which actually isn't really scary, is it? Because that's nice to sort of smile at people.
No, it is quite scary. The smiling man. That's scary.
Hiya! How you doing? Oh, wait, no, it's just a man smiling. That's
Yeah, but he's smiling in like... He's like smiling. He's like got this fixed smile.
That's not what it's called.
The
It's not called the
smile.
man with the fixed smile who's staring at you just a little bit too intently.
Yeah, I suppose. My friend
Actually-
was almost a victim of a killing.
Of a smile.
Of a victim.
He was almost a victim of a smiling.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. About 5 years ago, I lived downtown in a major city in the US.
Right.
I've always been a night person, so would often find myself bored after my roommate, who was decidedly not a night person, went to sleep.
Right.
That's really bad grammar there. To pass the time, I used to go for long walks and spend the time thinking.
Okay.
Now, just a recommendation. We do have Netflix. You know, you could just watch something.
He's a night person.
Yeah, just stay up, play some video games. You know, you don't have to walk in the dark by yourself and think. You know?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, so I guess night people are people who just stay up really late and get up really late as well.
Am I a night person, Lewis?
Probably then, yeah.
Should I go for long walks and then maybe I'd have scary stories of my own to tell?
Spend the time thinking.
Yeah.
Really? Who goes for long walks and spends the time thinking at night?
I
Anyway,
don't know. People who don't know about the internet, I think.
okay.
So
Let's just go with this. So this guy,
Okay.
he's a bit weird.
I spent 4 years like that, walking alone at night, and never once had a reason to feel afraid. I always used to joke with my roommate that even the drug dealers in the city were polite. Oh, how we would laugh about that one. But all of that changed in just a few minutes of one evening.
Right.
It was a Wednesday, the scariest of days. Somewhere between 1 and 2 in the morning. I mean, that's not that late, really, is it?
No, I think the scariest stuff happens, much later than
Like
that.
between 4 and 5
Yeah.
or something. That's the creepiest time.
That's the scariest hours.
Because no one has a good reason to be up at like 4:30 in the morning.
Even the people who make donuts in Greg's are usually getting up about 5, to put the donuts on.
Well, those donuts we had for your birthday, they were made at 4 a.m.
Were they?
So...
Creepy donuts!
Creepy donuts!
They were haunted.
So I'm literally 1.5 paragraphs into this, 47-paragraph story. This is going to take a while.
That's okay, I'm going to keep interrupting.
That's good. It makes it more interesting, certainly. So it was a Wednesday, somewhere between 1 and 2 in the morning, and I was walking near a police-patrolled park, quite a ways from my apartment.
Police patrolled park.
A police-patrolled park. It was a quiet night, even for a weeknight, which is usually the busiest of nights. And very little traffic, and almost no one was on foot.
Right.
The park, as it was most nights, was completely empty.
Yeah.
I turned down a short side street in order to loop back to my apartment when I first noticed him. At the far end of the street, on my side, was the silhouette of a man dancing. It was a strange dance, similar to a waltz, but he finished each box with an odd forward stride. Now, do you understand that term, box?
Yeah. So basically what he's doing is the man is like turning in circles on the spot. And each of those is called, I think it's called a box. So you forward, you rotate, and that's a box.
Oh, okay.
It's like a segment.
So he faces each sort of orthogonal direction, and when he gets back to where he started, he's done a box.
So he's spinning around on his own, like he's dancing with a waltz is something that's normally done with a partner, I think. And so you end up spinning round in a circle.
Okay.
And then it's almost like when you do the Macarena, you come back round.
And then he does a forward stride at the end. So it says, I guess you could say he was dance walking, headed straight for me. And the narrator continues, deciding he was probably drunk, I stepped as close as I could to the road to give him the majority of the sidewalk to pass me by. The closer he got, the more I realised how gracefully he was moving. He was very tall and lanky and wearing an old suit. He danced closer still until I could make out his face. His eyes were open wide and wild, head tilted back slightly, looking off at the sky. His mouth was formed in a painfully wide cartoon of a smile. Between the eyes and the smile, I decided to cross the street before he danced any closer.
Oh, God. Okay.
This is getting a bit scary.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I keep looking around me, like, is there anyone here? No one's here. I'm alone.
So, hang on. So this guy, it's late Wednesday night. He's walking past a police patrolled park down a short side street.
To get back home.
And
this guy is dancing towards him. He's got wild open eyes. He's looking up at the sky and he's got a big cartoon of a smile.
Painfully wide cartoon.
Painfully wide.
God, he's a creepy man in a suit, spinning round and round as he comes closer.
I took my eyes off of him to cross the empty street. As I reached the other side, I glanced back and then stopped dead in my tracks. He had stopped dancing and was standing with one foot on the street, perfectly parallel to me. He was facing me, but still looking skyward, smile still wide on his lips. I was completely and utterly unnerved by this. I started walking again, but kept my eyes on the man. He didn't move. Once I had put about half a block between us, I turned away from him for a moment to watch the sidewalk in front of me. The street and sidewalk ahead of me were completely empty. Still unnerved, I looked back to where he had been standing to find him gone. For the briefest of moments, I felt relieved until I noticed him. He had crossed the street and was now slightly crouched down. I couldn't tell for sure due to the distance and the shadows, but I was certain he was facing me. I had looked away from him for no more than 10 seconds, so it was clear that he had moved fast. Oh, God. Oh, God. Now, this is a real story, remember? This is real. This actually happened.
Yeah.
Okay?
This is someone writing down what actually happened to them. Yeah. So it's like our story. Yeah.
It's like your story with the man.
It's like my story. It's true.
With you naked in your bathroom and a man. I want to see your mouldy curtains. I was so shocked that I stood there for some time staring at him. And then he started moving towards me again.
Oh, no.
He took giant, exaggerated, tiptoed steps, as if he were a cartoon character sneaking up on someone, except he was moving very, very quickly. I'd like to say at this point I ran away or pulled out my pepper spray. Hang on, what? Is this a man telling this story?
I don't know.
With pepper spray? What? I can't imagine that a man has pepper spray. Okay.
That is strange as well. It must be maybe it's a girl then who's writing this. That makes it even more creepy.
I like to say at this point I ran away or pulled out my pepper spray or my cell phone or anything at all, but I didn't. I just stood there, completely frozen as the smiling man crept towards me. And then he stopped again, about a car length away from me, still smiling his smile, still looking to the sky. When I finally found my voice, I blurted out the first thing that came to mind. What I meant to ask was, What the bloody hell you want, you bugger? In an angry, commanding tone. What came out was a whimper. What the fuck? Regardless of whether or not humans can smell fear, they can certainly hear it. I heard it in my own voice, and that only made me more afraid. But he didn't react to it at all. He just stood there, smiling. And then, after what felt like forever, he turned around very slowly and started to dance, walking again, away from me, just like that. Not wanting to turn my back to him again, I just watched him go until he was far enough away to almost be out of sight. And then I realized something. He wasn't moving away anymore, nor was he dancing. I watched in horror as the distant shape of him grew larger and larger. He was coming back my way, and this time he was running. I ran too. I ran until I was off of the side road and back into a better lit road with the sparse traffic. Looking behind me then, he was nowhere to be found. The rest of the way home, I kept glancing over my shoulder, always expecting to see his stupid smile, but he was never there. I lived in that city for 6 months after that night, and I never went out for another walk. There was something about his face that always haunted me. He didn't look drunk. He didn't look high. He looked completely and utterly insane. And that's a very, very scary thing to see.
My God.
And also he had a really dodgy looking beard. And one of his eyes looked off in a slightly different direction to the other one.
Wow.
And he had a mole.
Oh.
Oh, God, no.
This is just so... You could see why these... So...
That was terrifying. That was absolutely terrifying. Oh, my God.
It's a good story, isn't it? I mean, this is obviously written by someone who really does... This isn't fiction, you know. This is a true story that happened to someone.
Oh, my God.
What do you think happened? That is a bit creepy, isn't it?
It was just a man.
Just an insane man.
That's what's great about it. It's not like a supernatural story. It's not a ghost. It's just a man dancing in the street. And that's scarier than any spooks or ghasts or geists or phantasms or wraiths.
Right. Is it my go?
I think it's your go, yeah.
Okay. Let's go with this one from ThoughtPod. I received this letter from my best friend who went overseas a few days ago with no warning except a weird Facebook update.
Okay.
So this is the...
LOL going on holiday. What? That's their Facebook.
Yeah. It doesn't actually say what the weird Facebook update was, but it says what the letter was.
Okay. Oh, God. Is this scary?
Yeah.
Oh, God. How scary is it? Out of 10?
It's... I don't know.
How many dancing skeletons out of 10? Or out of 15?
Look, you'll have to just take it as it comes, okay?
Okay.
Jason, I need you to do something for me tonight. It's very, very important you do it exactly as I ask. No questions, all right? If you think that I'm going crazy, then just humour me, and we can have a laugh about it when I'm back. Do you remember the vase that we found half buried in Stromlo Forest after the fire? The brass one, with the odd markings embossed onto its base?
Oh, yeah, I remember it. Yeah, it's a nice vase. Put a bit of flowers in it. It looks beautiful. It's beautiful.
It's sitting in my bedroom, on my dresser, next to the little ring tree and makeup bag.
Oh, so this is a lady. This is a lady.
Oh.
Well, you know, I mean, it might not be. You know, these days.
I need you to get a black Sharpie and draw 2 eyes on your palms.
What?
Just simple ones. Doesn't matter how they look, as long as they are open. And the pupil is in the middle of your palm.
Oh.
Then I need you to go to my apartment and get inside. The key is in the envelope that this letter came in. And make sure you get an empty gym bag and bring it with you. The apartment will be dark. Don't turn the lights on.
Oh.
You can take a torch if you like, but don't let its beam touch the vase. Okay?
Okay.
Keep it angled at the ceiling or something. Or just take a candle.
Oh. This is weird. This is such a weird letter.
When you enter my bedroom, you may hear a whispering sound coming from somewhere.
Oh.
Under the bed, behind the door or something. Just ignore it. Don't let it freak you out or convince you of anything. Everything it says is a lie.
Oh, God.
Ignore it. Go to the vase and pick it up with both hands simultaneously, making sure the eyes on your palms are touching the brass. If anything happens, or something touches your skin, apart from the brass, remember, none of it can hurt you. Ignore it. Tip the vase over until all the blood has drained out.
Blood? Wait, what?
It can just go on the carpet or whatever. Keep it tilted until no more drops of blood are dripping out of its mouth. Do not look inside or put a finger inside, for God's sake.
Oh, God.
Just put it in your bag and get rid of it. Somewhere no one will ever be able to get their hands on it. Don't ask me where. Get creative. I'm sorry I have to ask you to do this, Jason. It's just that you're the only person I completely trust. If I'd known what I know now... well, hindsight is a wonderful thing, I guess. I'm a bit ill at the moment. I hope to be well enough to fly home next week. So I'll see you then, if everything goes well. All my love, Jules.
What the hell?
And he was never heard from again.
Why? That is the weirdest letter. Can you imagine if she put that on Facebook?
So someone really received this as a letter?
Yeah.
Wow.
What the hell?
What a weird letter.
Eyes on your palm, whispering voices telling you lies, blood in a vase. How? Why does she have this vase?
It's really sinister, isn't it, actually?
Don't put your finger inside, for God's sake. That's creepy. I don't like it. Can we... Is there a happy story? Happy stories for children.
Happy stories for children. I don't think we're allowed happy stories for children.
Happy short stories about corgis. Once upon a time, there was a lovely little corgi named Frumples.
Oh.
And then he died!
No!
No! Why? Oh, God, why?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh. Well, that was horrible.
Yeah.
So there's some very short ones. Oh, God, what was that noise?
What?
Oh, God. Oh, God.
I don't know. Okay, what have we got now? What have we got?
Mummy told me never to open the basement door, but I wanted to see what was making that noise down there. It kind of sounded like a puppy, and I've always wanted a puppy, so I opened the basement door and just tiptoed down a bit. I just wanted a peek at the puppy is all. I didn't see a puppy, and then Mummy came and yanked me back upstairs and yelled at me to never go down there again. Never, never, never. Mummy had never yelled at me before, so I was scared and I cried, and she said, "Honey, I'm sorry," and gave me a cookie. It was chocolate chip, which is my favourite, and I felt better, so I didn't ask her why the boy in the basement was making that sad puppy noise, or why he had no hands or feet.
Oh, my fucking
That's
God.
horrible.
Oh, my fucking God.
That's so creepy.
Now, that is a story.
That is really...
Holy shit.
Jesus.
Oh, my God.
That was bad, that one.
I think I need a minute.
That was unexpected. Where did you get that one from? Jesus.
Short, scary stories.
You got any more short, scary stories?
This is a really, really short one, okay?
Okay.
It's called Reality. Oh, God, I should probably say who the last one was by. Dreary Day, did Mommy Told Me.
Oh, dear.
And that scary story was by Dreary Day. And this is another one, Reality, a very, very short one by Spider Hoe of Love. Yeah, I don't. That's a strange username.
Okay.
Obviously, they don't have a dad that time travels.
No.
Okay. Do you know what the scariest part of reality is? That tonight, after I wash off the blood and dispose of the remains, I will still wake up in the morning and go to work. I will blend right into the crowd, and you will have no idea. That's it.
It's creepy.
That's it. That's all it is.
Creepy.
That's Spider Hoe of Love.
Thank you.
Are we going to be able to sleep after this? I don't know if I want to, because what if, what if something gets us, Lewis?
It's alright. We'll be zombies. We'll come in as zombies tomorrow. It'll be fine.
The Oxcast will continue, just with us as zombies.
There'll be a lot more brains-related chat.
So here's a Minecraft mod. It's all about brains. Every block is a delicious brain.
Again.
Cake has been turned into brains. Cookies are now brains. Watermelon's a big brain.
Oh, God.
Oh, that'd be delicious, wouldn't it?
Sounds amazing.
I fancy some brains. What was that noise? What was that? Oh my God. Okay. This is brilliant. This is Shelf Toppers by Boxer Bebop.
Okay.
Right? This is really short. It's 2 sentences, right?
Right.
I used to enjoy watching people pass by my window. That was before I lived on the 4th floor.
Wow.
Oh. Wow.
What a creepy story.
That is very creepy.
Well, there you go. Crikey. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on the Halloween Spectacular.
It's been terrifying.
You can join us again when we do more of these, I'm sure. Send in your stories at yogscast@gmail.com, and we'll see you next time. Maybe.
If we're still alive. Oh. Oops. Oh, God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, dear. Sorry about that, mate. I accidentally killed you.